What up? Welcome back to the Yarnyard podcast. I'm your host, Kevin Austin, and today we have our first solo pod. Following the inspiration, and we're here in Geelong, Victoria. Beautiful spot on the water here. Somehow I've gotten away with, sleeping overnight here for a number of nights, and it's just prime real estate. It's kind of too good to be true, really. So, yeah, I'm in Geelong, Victoria. I've been down these ways for the last 3-4 weeks, which I didn't plan. I made a last minute decision to drive down here and do the pod with Juz, which was amazing. And, I found myself down here, obviously, but I've, just been hanging about, and I feel like life's been interesting to navigate recently. It's been a lot to move through for me, and, I've just got my laptop serviced. I feel like I've had many hurdles. There's been a lot of resistance to me wanting to execute the things that I want to do. And one of them being that my laptop just started carking it. And I would charge it fully and then go to use it, and it was just dead. And I took it to a couple of different stores to get serviced, and eventually it was a motherboard issue. It was found out, and so that was replaced, luckily under warranty. And here we are, guys. Here we are. That's what's making this all possible. I feel like it was a big thing to get past. It was blocking a lot of my creative flow, because I couldn't really think about what was next, because I didn't have a setup. So we're back, baby. We're back, and it's good. It's good. I've also been sick a couple of times this week. More hurdles. And also just dealing with, I don't know where to go next. Full trust right now. Full surrender. That's all I can do, because I don't really feel pulled to go anywhere, to return to where I was, whether that be Brisbane, Byron, Sydney. So because that isn't clear, I've just been a little bit in limbo. But it's not an unfamiliar place for me. I call it God's pocket. And you just got to trust the process, that the path will unfold. So that's where I've been at. And up until now, it feels like I haven't been able to carry the momentum that I've wanted to. So I've just had to really just slow down and focus on the things that are in my control, and kind of release everything that isn't, which is easier said than done. But I'm feeling good. And I think we've got a good flow with this solo dynamic. We're rolling with it. Yeah, a big thing I wanted to talk about was my REWIRE program. I just released a website called REWIREtoday.com, and it's a unique framework that I've curated from all of the learnings and understandings that have helped craft me into the person I am today. A lot to do with reprogramming the subconscious mind and releasing and rewriting, relimiting beliefs. So it's really awesome to have that out. I released it today. And yeah, that's been in the pipelines for a while. And I feel like I've had a lot of hurdles with that as well. Just things not working, you know. But yeah, just staying patient through it all, trying my best, and you know, less resistance makes things a lot smoother. So that's what I've been trying to do. But yeah, I'd love for you to check it out, and it's as I said, rewiretoday.com. Outlines the framework that I'm using, and if you were to work with me, we dive deep into a lot of the tools and practices that I use, but also beyond what I use, because I think it's important that the tools and practices that are implemented resonate with you, not so much me. So it's a framework to help guide you find what works best for you. And I'm hyped. I'm hyped to have it out. It feels good to create something that you're proud of and that feels fulfilling, that you are making an offering to the community. And yeah, I really hope to be working with a lot of people soon, because that's ultimately what I want to do. And that's what I wrote in my journal the other day, actually. Coaching and podcasting are the same thing. And it was a realization, which is they are. Like, everything I'm doing with this podcast is to share as many tools and understandings as possible to help the wider community and my audience at large. So whether that be through experience or, you know, frameworks, podcasts, it's yeah, ultimately what I want to be doing is helping people with the tools that have helped me, and hopefully reduce the suffering that I endured to obtain the knowledge and wisdom I now have. So if I can like shortcut that for you guys, that's the goal. Yeah, it feels good. Feels good. What else did I want to speak about? I had a few questions, like, because I put on my Instagram a fair few weeks back now, like, I feel inspired to do a solo pod. Ask me anything. And I got some good questions. One of them was, what do you write in your journal? And I'd love to share this, because this is a component of the framework that I'm offering, and it's one of the tools that I use. So basically, what I do when I journal is I use a method, what I call cleaning the slate. So it's just doing a thought dump, just not really thinking about what you're writing. Just get it all out of the head onto the paper. And once I do that, then I do a gratitude page. So it's just a page of everything that I can be grateful for in this moment and my past. And yeah, really kind of allows me to like get out of my head and reorientate my focus into gratitude rather than like abundance rather than lack. And another component I use is how do I put this? It's basically like a vision board or a vision page, which is like I just write down all the things that I have as a vision and the things that I want to create and bring to life, and I remind myself of those as often as I can. So it allows me to, clean the slate, get the thoughts out of the head, reorientate the mind into a place of gratitude and abundance, and remind myself of where I'm heading and where I want to go. And that helps reorientate the subconscious mind from kind of going on its own tangents, and it allows me to kind of keep my focus where I want it to be. And I found that to be very useful. So 3-step process. And I will say, that's just how I do it, but whatever you feel inclined to do, I would say do that. But that's the process that I've used. Another question I had was about screen time. How do I manage screen time? And it's a good question. I feel like now my social media, who I follow and how my algorithm's set up is so amazing. It's just always really positive stuff that I take a lot from and learn from. And so I can kind of let myself go a little bit, because if I get sucked into a wormhole, the wormhole's usually really good, which is funny. But the main thing that I try to focus on is creating at least as much as I can consume, or at least that being a goal. Because I think that changes that's another thing that can kind of restructure our subconscious mind to be looking at creating and being creative, rather than taking and receiving loads and loads and loads of information. So that's what I would suggest, is just to try focus on creating whatever it is you feel called to do. And then it doesn't really, it kind of balances it out for me. Another thing I would say is to really cull the people that you follow. And the main crux of the algorithms is where your attention goes, and what you give attention to is what you'll get back. So if you want it to go in a different direction, you want to see more positive content and less just distraction stuff, then go find the videos that are interesting and just increase the playtime. Or sometimes there's a little thing that's I'm interested, and you can click that. Cull all the distractions and start following pages that inspire you, that give you energy rather than take energy away. That's what I would say. Cool. This is fun. It's a beautiful sunset. I'm going to have to catch the last of it, so I won't stay here for too long. But another question I got was what does a bad day look like for Kevin? And this slightly triggered me, actually, because a large part of what I do is try to create positive content. And so in a way, it may be portrayed that I just live a carefree, happy life, free of challenge and stress. So in a way, it felt like I just like wasn't seen as a human, which was just funny to see like come up. But yeah, I certainly do have bad days, and it's not always sunshine and rainbows. But that's why I choose to share the positive things that I do, is because I think where our attention goes, energy flows, and more positive shit in the world is gonna compound over time. So that's my mission. I think that's a good way to end it, like close it up. Yeah. Thanks for being here, guys. And if you're vibing the solo podcast, let me know. If you have any questions or you'd just like to reach out, feel free. And don't forget to give yourself a pat on the back, because you deserve it. We're trying our best with the tools we have. Much love, guys.